Is anybody playing anything that they want to talk about?
I just been playing fucking ARAMs, man. And I know we did this Minecraft server too, so it's kind of been some of that. And then I've been debating whether or not I actually want to try the Minecraft dungeons just to see what it's like.
It's like
I think it's
20
only like
bucks.
$20.
Easy money.
$30 if you want to get the Hero Edition, which comes with 2 future DLCs.
That would be worth it. $30.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks cool because I'm into the whole, the RPG, the dungeon crawler, the Diablo, like
The whole
WoW.
ARPG stuff.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, it looks very interesting. I don't know. There's something that's making me hesitant to try it, and I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe because it's just Minecraft. I don't know, but
Yeah.
but I mean, basically, I'm into League ARAMs, and then debating whether or not to do that for me at the moment.
Pacifist Run.
Mathisfun.com.
Dude, do you guys remember? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
You cut 'em
I was
off.
gonna say, do you guys? I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to. But do you guys remember like the old sites like
Miniclip, dude?
and fucking like Newgrounds? You guys ever go to Newgrounds?
Oh, fuck yeah,
Remember that
dude.
chainsaw kid?
Yeah,
The skull guy.
Yes.
dude. Those sites were the shit. They had some fucking fun ass games on there.
I remember playing like this George W. Bush game
yeah.
where like you had to defend or something like that.
Yeah, they had some good games on there. Good arcade. I actually went on to Newgrounds probably what was it? Probably like 5-6 months ago, just to see what it was like still. A lot of it's more artistry than it used to be. Like they used to have, they used to have artistry on there, like people develop their own like little art and have like an art section and stuff. But now it's kind of seemed like that's taken over, not so much the gaming.
There's no like
indie games.
flash games or anything. There's not as much flash games or anything on there
That's
now.
what I found out about RuneScape is the fucking Miniclip.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was the same for me.
Oh yeah. Here's popular games. One of the number one popular games. Coming Kim Possible Mouth. Wow.
What the fuck?
Okay.
A timeless classic.
He said, I play every day. He's
Or
What you guys been playing?
I've been playing Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh,
What? You actually bought it?
Did.
Yeah, I actually bought it. I've been playing with some friends, and it's fun, but there are a lot of things I also don't like about it. Like, there's the whole you get like the gear and everything like a regular ARPG is, but in the end, it's still Minecraft combat.
like the animation that just.
Yeah, it's still the Minecraft animation and everything. And they have like artifacts in place of these artifact things in place of like abilities, and it's all based on like the gear you got. There's no class really that you get that you can play. You just get gear that synergizes well with each other, and artifacts that synergize well with each other. So like there technically is a mage class, but in the end, everyone's still melee. Like you have like these spells of blasted a giant laser beam, but you're still having to do melee attacks in order to like build up a lot of this shit.
So it's like a light RPG.
Yeah.
Like no complexity, no.
Yeah, there's no complexity. There's like dodge rolls and everything, but there's no iframes with it. You get creep blocked very easily by the mobs and everything. There's one mob that just pisses me off every time where it creates these stone pillars, and if enough get into there, you literally can't go anywhere. A lot of it's repeats of what we see in regular Minecraft. There are some. The only mob that I never seen in regular Minecraft is just the one stone this like illager mage guy that it creates those stone pillars that like entrap you and everything. There's also like redstone golems. Those guys are a pain in the ass to deal with. There's skeleton horsemen that come about. There's this one guy that's called an invoker that like brings up these traps and also summons like these spectre guys that attack you. It's
So have you beat it yet, or?
yeah, I've beat the story.
So you can beat it. Like you buy it and then there's an
Story.
end and then there's no reason to play
there's a
again, or what?
story. No, like there's a story that just like how Diablo is. You just you play through the story and then you can go to the next difficulty. There's normal, adventure, and then apocalyptic. I'm currently on apocalyptic mode, and I can't get past like the first level. And then in each difficulty, there's like a sub difficulty level too that goes up to 6. So you can pay. So like, but as you progress through the story, you can't go back to the easier sub difficulty levels. So like the first 3 missions, you can be on sub difficulty 1, but when you get to the last mission, you can only go to like the last 2 sub difficulties in it.
So is it hard? Does it get harder?
It gets harder. Like I'm struggling right now, and I have to go back just to try to get better gear. As far as I've seen, there's no level cap yet, but all levels do is they get you what are called these enchantment points, and so like you have to your gear gets random enchantments that you can get. You can choose between well, it all depends on the gear. Like some gear, like you can choose between one of 3 like each gear can have 3 enchantments in total, but they don't always get the option to have 3 enchantments in total. Like the beginning gear can only have 1 enchantment, and you can choose between 3 enchantments in that 1 enchantment spot. And they all take like these enchantment points that you get for leveling up, and then you can keep putting points into that to increase the effectiveness of it. So like you can get sharpness, and then you can keep, and then it costs 1 enchantment point to put into sharpness, and then 2 enchantment points to put into sharpness 2 to have damage increased by 15%, and then 3 for sharpness 3 for 20% damage. And there's like obvious combos in there, like I'm currently using what's called a soul sword right now, and it has this whirlwind effect. I have sharpness on there, and then I also have this critical effect. So it's at max rank, it's 20% chance to do triple damage, and that's been doing a lot of.
Well, let me ask you this: is it okay? So it's the same campaign, different difficulties, right?
Yeah.
Do the different difficulties as you progress through the different difficulties? Does it still seem fun to play, or does it just feel like you're doing the same shit?
Like, are you just min-maxing at that point?
Yeah, you're pretty much just min-maxing at that point. And in all honesty, that's fun to me, because that's what I liked about Diablo. Was like I loved trying to get the best gear I can possibly get until eventually I get bored of it. But it always fills the gap for me until another game comes around.
Yeah, and it's only PvE, right?
Yeah, it's only PvE at the moment.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've played the shit out of Diablo 3. No. No, like it doesn't have enough customization to really compare it too much to Diablo 3 right now. As well as it needs better movement systems and better leveling systems, because like I'm used to the whole like you can increase your movement speed, or you have like blink abilities. Yeah, that's not in this game. Yeah, it's only $20.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting. I just know I would get. I think I would get, but even if the difficulty increased it, I think I would just get bored of playing the same shit 4 times. You know.
There is some stuff like once you get to apocalyptic difficulty, there's secrets that you can explore and do. Then, so there is some newer content, and like I just unlocked, just got these maps too for these new areas that I can go into. Like I did one where it's a labyrinth, and it's like a huge map, and I like normally these maps have like maybe 4 secrets and 7 chests that you have to open. These ones where I got the map, it has 10 secrets and 20 chests I have to open and find.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys gonna try it out or?
Probably not.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
honestly, there's nothing out right now, so I mean,
I'm
not
teetering
opposed.
towards trying it. I don't know.
Wait, does
I
it have
like it.
crossplay?
Through Xbox, yeah.
Oh, I saw it's on Switch, and it seems like a perfect
It's on
Switch thing.
Switch? Really?
Yeah.
I only saw it was on like Xbox and PC. I guess I didn't see the Switch.
Okay, I might buy it on Switch then.
Yeah, it
Play
seems
it,
like a good little fucking pick me up.
We need a
Chilling
Switch
out.
game anyways, cause we all got Switches that we don't fucking play besides Mario Kart and fuck that shit, cause they suck.
That game's gold, dude.
Do we have
It is.
Ultimate? We have
Mario
Smash?
Kart is the shit, but I suck at it.
BioShock and
started?
Borderlands just released on the
No,
Switch today.
do not buy those on the Switch.
The remakes, dude. Don't buy like those high end, like The Witcher and stuff. Like, who actually buys that?
Yeah, like
That
why are
shit's
you getting that
hilarious.
on there?
Yeah. How about Nod, Alex?
Still playing Final Fantasy 14. Just getting the last of my crafting classes up. I just got I'm about to finish up my second to last one, and it's got one more. Then I have everything, all my crafting and gathering skills at level 80.
And then you
Oh,
stop
shit,
paying.
dude.
And then I what?
And you
You
stop
stop
paying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck it. Yeah, I mean,
That's when fucking Josue's like, "Hey, get on," and then fucking I do, and as soon as I start fucking playing, he leaves. He never gets
Dude,
back on. Bitch.
That's the thing, bro. This
he
is the
goes and
third
plays
time.
Apex.
I don't learn my lesson because this is the third time Josue's got me into 14 and played with me for like 2 days and never played
Fuck yeah,
again.
dude.
Yeah, that don't
Fucking
matter.
week and a half.
I pay monthly, a week and a half. I can't pay for a week and a half. No, but
Yeah, I'm like,
honestly, the thing
This is savage. Nope.
I got burnt. I burnt myself out a little bit. I'm probably gonna dive back into it here in the next week or two. But I burnt myself out a little bit just because like trying to burn through the stories. Like, cause my white mage is like level what the fuck, like level 75, 76. So I'm almost to 80, but I'm still only in Stormblood, and so just trying to burn through the campaigns is kind of like.
Yeah, it's a little
if,
rough.
if I was at end game content, maybe I would have more fun. Cause like I know in World of Warcraft, that's my shit. But in World of Warcraft, like the storyline is fun and all and stuff, but like the game doesn't really start until, for me anyways, until you get to end game content. So I haven't really, honestly, I've never really experienced end game content in Final Fantasy as far as being like capped, and this is all the new shit, and this is all the shit you have to do that you're at
Yeah.
this, ending level and stuff. I've never experienced it current, at least. You know what I mean?
Isn't that kind of weird how like your first MMO you can play from like beginning to end and you had a good time? But when I pick up other MMOs, I'm just like, give me to the fucking end.
Yeah.
I want to see the
What?
good shit. I don't all this picking, gathering bullcrap. Like,
Yeah,
sick of
and
it.
I think it's an attribute to like fucking like you comparing every other MMO after that to your first one. You know what I mean? At least
Mhm.
that's what I do with World of Warcraft. Like, well, I can't say that because my first one was RuneScape, to be honest. And RuneScape opened the door for World of Warcraft because to me at the time World of Warcraft was RuneScape just looked a lot fucking better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and then I fell in love. And then now like, Final Fantasy 14 or even like fucking Black Desert and shit, I've tried to get into it, but I find myself always coming back and comparing it to World of Warcraft. So
Oh fuck yeah,
and
dude.
I kind of feel like that's a vice, to be honest, because it doesn't give these other games a real chance for me
Mhm.
anyways.
World of Warcraft was a shit when I was in middle school.
Well, I mean, they were the first to do it, and they still fucking do it amazingly. Obviously, it has its problems, and it's subscription based. That fluctuates throughout the expansions and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, they were still like, I mean, fuck, they made a South Park episode about it, so that's how you made it.
Yeah,
It's-
that's what honestly made me get it too. Was the South Park episode?
Really?
Yeah. What got me
that's
interested was the that show Cheat that was on G4 TV. Like it was showing like how they get like these pets and everything, and how this person got all these mounts by doing all these quests and on all that stuff. And it's just like that got me interested, and I saw South Park, and I was like, oh, I gotta have this game. This game looks so much fun, and so I got it like maybe a year before Burning Crusade came out.
Okay. Okay. Nice. You know that episode is actually it's based after a real thing. There was a fucking rogue running around Elwyn Forest with just his knife, naked as hell, like killing everybody because it was OP as fuck.
God
it,
damn.
it was a legit thing. Well, and the
Actually
thing I
saw it
like,
for the first time. I
huh?
saw that episode for the first time.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
really
sick.
watch South Park, and
Mhm.
it was good. It was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Wait,
cool.
did we watch it at Shane's or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Dude, it's fucking good. That episode kills me because it's like, Mom, and she just comes down with the fucking bucket and like they all like just shit in it. I was like, holy fuck, dude, they're just and they're not doing anything but like killing fucking level ones all the way because they can't go nowhere else. They can't get any higher experience. They're just killing like level 1 and 2 fucking like hogs and shit for all the experience they need. That's ridiculous. Imagine staying in the starting area trying to get to level fucking 80 and
Imagine
Final
getting like
Fantasy
99 attack on just chickens and cows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
Uh,
RuneScape.
Dude, I was so upset when like I went into play with WoW and you couldn't actually kill boars constantly to level up. Oh, I was
Mhm.
upset as fuck.
My favorite thing about that game, dude, is just like even after end game content, you do the rating and stuff like that. They don't just give you shit, so there's always an incentive for going and doing that. But then at the end of the day, like there's like the cosmetic shit people farm for. There's the mounts. So many mounts they have so many different things that you can just do in that game and just like can never really get bored if you try to do a bunch of other shit.
From what I heard though, they've super catered to the casuals right now because there's
Yeah.
this whole corruption shit right now, and like you can have the worst gear, you can not know anything about the rotation, but if you have enough corruption and the right corruption, then you can be the best.
They did, and I think they're doing that right now just because at the end, like basically, so they've come out with the last raid for this expansion for BFA. There's
Hmm.
no more of that. Like they're probably just trying to cater to the casuals at this point because they are coming out with a system where it's like you can buy the corruption instead of actually like before you would have to RNG all the way and like if you got the good shit you got it. If you don't, then keep fucking grinding. You know what I mean? But they've got it to the point they're implementing a system where that you can actually go out and buy and pick and choose the corruption you get. And I think that is geared more towards the casuals just because they're coming out with the new expansion and they're not coming out with anything new as far as raids and new content for BFA until that new expansion comes out. So I think it's more, just trying to keep people interested and keep the casuals in to get the new expansion when it does drop.
Mm.
Which kind of upsets people because obviously some people, the diehard people with any game, they've played, they put the work in and had to like earn their shit, and they're like, yeah, fucking, you know what I mean? And then you just like a couple weeks later, this fucking guy who's been playing for 3 weeks got everything you got. you know?
Well, one of my guildmates, at one point, he was the #2 warlock in the world during Legion,
Oh
and
damn.
Holy shit.
he's a pretty good warlock, and because of this whole corruption shit, he's had people that like are shit, don't know the rotation at all, and the only numbers on their DPS meters is this corruption stuff, and they're all messaging him saying like, hey, if you need help with anything, message me. And he's just like, this pisses me off because they're doing this shit.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Like I said, I think it's just because before it was all RNG and it was just like any other game when it comes out. It was hard to obtain RNG and you had to actually put the work in and do it. Make sure you do it once a week like you're supposed to get what you want. But like I said, I think like just the lack of content that they're about to have, and they haven't even announced, as far as my knowledge goes, they haven't even announced a date for Shadowlands to come out.
No, it's just in
Which
beta right now.
yeah, it'll probably come out within the next 4 to 5 months. I'm pretty sure. But at the moment, they're just trying to keep people interested in. This is basically the part where they implement the catch up mechanic for people who are maybe just started BFA and kind of want to catch up before Shadowlands does come out, so that they're current. You know what I mean?
No, and I
Um,
can kind of understand that. That still pisses me off that people work so fucking hard and they couldn't like hold this off like until the whole announcement happened or the pre-patch shit happens. Like that's when I feel like the whole casual shit should be allowed.
Right, that's when they should implement the catch up.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think Shadowlands is going to be the first expansion I don't even play because
Really?
cause I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
See, mine was the one before Legion. I don't even remember what it was called. That was the only one that I didn't play.
Mr. Pandaria?
No, not Pandaria. Fucking
You guys
Oh,
can bring
Warlords
your
of
own
Draenor?
podcast.
yeah, Draenor. No, I pre-ordered it and I played it hardcore for the first 2 weeks, and I was like, dude, this is shit. And then I just skipped the whole expansion until Legion came out.
yeah, we are kind of taking up a lot of their time
Yeah,
talking about
Okay,
this.
so
Yeah, stop you nerds.
one.
Stop about
Sorry.
Final
Wait,
Fantasy
hold up, wait.
now.
I mean, if you guys got into it, you would just talk about it too. But whatever.
So
Well, dude, I
no
only
getting
played.
upset.
Well,
No
no.
getting upset. Like, come on
Well,
now.
no, I only played WoW for a month, and I was really into it, but nobody else would join me around that time. So it was like a month of like, I was doing that thing where you would just like get up, play, go to sleep, same thing for like a month. I hit the cap, I did everything.
Oh, really?
I felt
See-
gross after that though. I'm like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like if you guys want to get into it and seriously, like come talk to me and I will definitely play with you. And then especially like, and here's the thing with Josue, I tried to get Josue. I see you making faces. I try to
Come
get
on
you
now.
into it, but you got to get to end game content. Like just like where I'm at in Final Fantasy, you just got to get to the end game content.
He's the
and
one
that's
that
where the
tries to
shit
get
really
people to
starts.
play with him, and then he
Mhm.
doesn't play with them.
Right,
What?
exactly.
What?
I told you this is the third time he's got me like this. He's like, buy the expansion.
But I was playing. I was playing
shit.
for like half a month before then, and then I got burnt out.
Dude, then don't invite us to play if you're gonna quit right away.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't quit right away. I just
Dude.
finished my month. I'm like,
Invite us when you have the
Alright.
urge to play and you know you're gonna play for a while.
At the end of the day, we're just gonna, if any MMO will play, we're just gonna go back to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play
Yeah,
that
it
new
is a
one,
good
right?
one.
The new world.
What New World?
oh, that
Oh,
The
game.
what
world
it's
game.
That's not really an MMO. I mean, it is.
It
but
is though, isn't it?
Not
Like it's labeled
really
as an MMO. Like
It's like a hybrid of. It's like an MMO, but
Is that
it
one
reminds
of
me
the
like
video?
Rust.
Yeah, it is.
But it's still an MMO though. Like it has the MMO feel.
Yeah, but
like it has
not in the
dedicated
traditional
servers.
sense. But not in the traditional sense of like actually like WoW and Final Fantasy and having, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
big
who
nodes,
cares? Who the
raid
fuck cares
bosses
about
and
the
big
traditional
worlds.
sense? Like,
Because
fuck that.
that's what I think when I think about MMOs. Mostly, like, sure, the name massive can apply to fucking anything, but
Mhm.
Right.
it's not about traditional MMOs. It's not a traditional one.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, sounds cool.
Well, look, we can end this segment on the whole shit. I just hit me up if you get back into it because I'm actually, since it's starting to get closer, I'm gonna hop back into it.
I just like one more thing I want to say about it. Like, if they make a Wrath of the Lich King classic server, y'all should play.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably
If
my
they do
favorite
that, I will
expansion.
actually play.
That is my favorite
Really?
expansion ever.
Dude, I heard it's good.
Lich King was the dope. Lich King was the reason why I made a Shadow Priest. To be honest,
Dude,
They used
are we
to be
supposed to know what
fucked
that means?
Yeah, what a
it's
loser.
just,
Shadow
it's
Priest,
just
It made a shadow breeze.
a Shadow Priest. Okay, so a priest is basically a healer. They have two healing forms. But the
Two
shadow
healing
part
specs.
is two healing specs, but the
Yeah.
shadow is the DPS version. So they gave like a healing class a DPS spec just for shits and giggles, whatever.
No,
But-
they did it also because of
Hey,
lore
are we done?
reasons too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried to switch it. I tried to switch it.
Because of fucking the undead, because the undead didn't have a big so the undead
Look
took
at
the
those
priest. Because fuck,
No,
fine.
no,
Can't
no.
get into lore. Lore, go for 10
I'll shut up. I'll shut
No,
up.
no. So I didn't know because remember when I was fucking around with my mic earlier?
Mhm.
I didn't set up my mic on my OBS.
You
So it recorded all
them.
you guys. It didn't record me though.
Nah, you haven't been playing shit, right? Because you just got back from.
Actually, I have. My internet's kind
Banner
of shit here,
back.
so I'm not gonna
Single player.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been playing fucking Persona. I'm trying to catch up with some of these games that are just fucking abandoned.
What you got, CenturyLink?
Long lines.
Oh,
Good old
Sparkling. Wait, Sparklight.
What's Cable One?
Sparklight.
should we start a GoFundMe?
Wait, are you playing Persona 5 then? Trying to beat that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck yeah,
shit.
dude.
There's Royale
Dude,
or?
But no, fuck no.
Oh,
Fuck
I'm
that.
wondering. I'm not sure.
Wait, is Royale
This one with DLC.
the hack and slash? No,
No, what Royale?
the hack and slash is the
Persona
Switch
5
one.
Royale. That comes with all
Yeah.
the DLC, doesn't it?
But this is a hack and slash one that's called Persona 5
Oh,
something.
I don't know.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
You never heard about the hack and slash Persona?
Heck,
Came out?
what the
Hack
fuck is
and
this
slash,
guy
yeah,
nuts?
It's made by those guys that made Dynasty Warriors, I think, and shit. Yeah, Persona 5 Scramble. That's what I meant to say.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Such-
No, but yeah. Wait, did he buy Royale, like I was saying? Did he upgrade so you can get all the characters? Did he start over?
What the fuck? What is that?
Royale?
Start over?
Well, I think if you upgrade to Royale with all the new characters, you'd have to start over so you can
Oh shit.
play it,
Oh.
play the story.
Not
like,
playing
with
the
extra
true version,
characters and
dude?
everything.
Dude, that's
I
DLC,
don't know.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's DLC.
Yeah, but
true.
It's kind of like Persona, like when you start the new Persona 3s, like you know how they come up with an after version, but if you
Yeah.
but you have to play from the beginning to get the new experience,
Oh
with new
shit.
characters
Oh,
and
I just
stuff.
fucking started, so I just yeah.
Dude, you're just able to jump into it? I'm afraid because I put in like 20, 30 hours, and I think if I go into it, I won't remember jack shit.
Wasn't that a good thing? Like, just want to start
No,
over?
because you're in the middle of a game. I mean, to start over, yeah, but you're not
Oh
starting
fuck
over.
it!
Are
Like
you?
I hate jumping into a game after I fucking put it on for a long time. Like if I jump into Pokemon after abandoning it for a while, it's like,
Whoa.
fuck, where the fuck am I going?
I can't
Right.
do that.
I can't do
Feels
that with
so weird.
RPGs, dude. I always start
Dude.
over. Fuck that. But you're not. You're just picking up where you left off then now.
I
What a-
was
what a
for a bit,
madman,
but I
dude.
mean, I might as well fucking
Get
start
the
over.
Royale. Do it. Is that all you've been playing then?
That and some like Switch games that I fucking put up. Bloodstain, dude. Ooh, pretty good.
Oh, the side scroller. Yeah. Still have to play that.
Mm.
That's cool. But
Dude, with the Switch games, I kind of scroll through like the indie ones and stuff, and I like look at them and I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then I just like exit out and look at different ones. I can never just pull the trigger on one. I like look at them and they look good. They do look like I
I
want to
hear
play
there's a
them.
lot of trash. I heard
I-
there's a lot of like shovelware on the Switch.
There was like one called
is.
Thief Simulator, and it was like 17 cents, and I bought it.
That
17.
game?
I got it for free because all it was like, hey, you want to put in your gold coins into this? I was like, will it make it free? Hell yeah! Okay.
God
These
damn
are
it!
gold coins, dude.
Gold
Thief Simulator
coins,
is
and
actually
Mario
not that
comes over.
bad. Like I've watched Rooster Teeth play that a few times, and it's just like it's an interesting game, that's to say the least.
It's honestly good streaming material, but playing it by yourself is probably shit.
hmm
Hell yeah.
You need like someone to like comment and say like, "What the fuck is that guy doing? What's
Woo.
that up his asshole?"
Yeah. I don't think I want to say that at all.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I feel dirty.
Shit.
Aren't you just family friendly, Josue?
So I'll just say what I've been playing. I just been playing the
Yeah.
fuck out of Magic Arena. A shit ton.
Oh.
There you go.
What
So-
rank
All
are
that
you?
good money, dude.
I keep going between silver 1 and 2 because these stupid meta decks, dude.
Oh
They're so
yeah.
retarded. Not if you want to play and check out the meta decks, 'cause I have a couple of them. You'll see how annoying they are.
Fucking broken? Are they cheap?
Yeah. Well,
It's
so when I
just-
linked to you, Adan,
Yeah,
it's
cheap.
one of the meta decks right now. That's
really?
Uro the Titan, whatever.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. But mostly, there's this weird deck that's just like based off of like enchantments, and they play like 4 different like land types, like a shit ton of land types, and like they're just like going through their deck and just like sacrificing artifacts, and they barely have any creatures. The creatures they do have essentially steal your creature, so that's all they do is steal your
Hmm.
shit, and they just play the long game. But no, yeah, It was hard to get into freaking Magic the Gathering arena though, because like we've all been like physically collecting the card game for quite some
Hell
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like having to put that investment onto a different format or like on a completely different client with with its own thing, it sucks. Like I to be fair, I'm not happy how much money I've spent so far, but
Oh no.
Give us an
I
estimate
will
of how
wanna-
much.
you got to start somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to be competitive, you need to spend.
Give us an estimate of how much you
Absolutely.
spent on that game.
At least $1,000, guaranteed.
Oh, not yet. Thank God.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, I
Halfway
think it'll
there.
happen eventually because, like, at this point, like once I got off the deep end, right now, rather than like catching up with sets, at this point, I'll just like, buy an entire set when the next one comes out. It'll be easier because I have to think about the other sets and the good cards and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You still get that
So-
dopamine rush when you open up packs.
Not as much, dude.
Stop lying. That's why you're still buying them.
No, because like from a competitive standpoint, you don't give a fuck. You're looking for those gold and mythic crafting cards
Oh yeah.
because you want to keep on repeatedly crafting the shit that you want. Because you know the cards that you do need. Like right now, dude, it's ridiculous. Like most of the cards, the rares that I'm missing is just freaking land. So I have to craft like the land that can give you like 2 different ones. Yeah, the
Wait,
rare lands.
So are you like following like a set guide for a deck, or did you actually like build your own and just like that's good?
So when I started, I wanted to see the meta essentially and see what people were building, but I couldn't craft most of them. So I started looking at like the cycling mechanic. It works like you can just discard a card, and then you draw a card, and then most people just fill it with just like just pretty much trash cards that they want to get rid of, so they can just draw cards. But cycling works because there's creatures that can get stronger off of it. You can heal off of it. You can summon tokens off of it. So,
Mm.
I'm not even
like,
gonna lie.
yeah.
Don, last night I went to bed, and as I was laying in bed, I'm like, because you're playing this, and we've had several conversations about it. I was laying in bed, and I'm like, do I fucking do it? Because I'm one of the people like when I like if I decide I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna be like you, and I'm gonna spend the money and put the time in, and then I'm just like, do I want to do that in my life at this point with that game? Because I love the game. I love the game. I have I have a deck. I have 2 different decks essentially, but
Just 2.
yeah, just 2, motherfucker. I haven't dedicated
This
my life to it, but like yeah, just because the conversations we've had last night, I legit was like going to bed and was like, fuck, dude. I had that like feeling of me where it's like most of the shit I do is like impulse buy. Is like I just like have that feeling like fuck it, I'm doing it, and then I just buy it, play them, and just dive into it. And I had that last night when I went to sleep, and I was like, ugh, let me talk to Adan some more first.
Dude, once you do it, you're in, dude. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
no,
I've been trying to stay.
problem.
I've been trying to stay away from like playing the arena because it's like, fuck, dude. I know if I fucking play, I'm gonna want to spend money.
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
the
think about
mobile
it.
out? Is the mobile out for
No.
that? Because as soon as
No,
that
it's
comes out,
not.
dude, that's
What's
gonna
Oh
be.
fuck
Oh,
yeah,
man.
dude! Oh, dude.
Well, see, and the problem
100%.
the problem
On
isn't
it.
spending the money. If I decide to do it, the money isn't the problem. The problem is, do I still commit the time after the money's spent? Like, is the money
Right.
worth spending? Because am I gonna do this hardcore for 2 weeks, or am I gonna and then have that money invested, or am I gonna keep going with it and actually make my money be useful? That's the issue.
Yeah, it sucks though because like the way that I started playing Magic was with Nod and Alex, and we'd always play 1v1v1s,
Mm,
or we would do 1v1s, but they'd be casual. So it was like anything goes. We play like pretty much modern, and the shitty part is like when you're playing competitive, when you want the other guy to fucking lose, it pisses you off so much when like the smallest thing happens. I'm just getting freaking mad at this game, dude.
Oh
Like,
no.
I'm like, because it's all about drawing and like getting the cards that you want. Like Josue saw me get like I was playing ranked and I'm like my 4th turn, the guy fucking took on my life.
The 20. It went from 20 health to like -3.
yeah,
In
on
a
your
turn.
fourth
What?
turn.
Yeah. He was able to play additional land during his turn and do a bunch of shit, and everything was just perfect, just fucking perfect. And by the end of it, it's just like everything just hits me, and I'm like, okay.
I
I've
wish I
never seen that
recorded
deck
it.
before.
It was
I've never
beautiful.
seen that one before, but
It brought a tear to my eye how beautiful it was.
Watching
So
your
pretty
friend
much,
fucking die is beautiful.
yeah, like don't play rank. Like if anything, if there's more of us that could freaking play, that'd be badass. It'd be cool if you could like host tournaments with us. But that's the thing. Like you kind of have to invest so you could build a bunch of decks. So you always keeping it fresh because that's the best part about Magic, in my opinion. It's just spending time building a deck. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but that's the fun part.
I
But
go
yeah,
When it
back,
gets to
go
like ranked and
bankrupt on the
stuff, like it starts becoming like you have to use these decks because like your like made up chemistry shit just doesn't cut it anymore.
yeah, like
That's
it like the same core mechanic, and you can like kind of make hybrids or like change certain things about it. But yeah, like but that's the thing, dude. I was climbing from bronze because you start at bronze 4, and
yeah.
all these assholes are freaking running meta decks.
Oh my god.
They're pretty much people like
Bronze, like,
me. They're people like me that want to play competitively, and they just spend a shit ton of money, and they get the one of the best decks out there. And then we're just playing like I've seen people play the exact same deck I have. I've seen people play, all the other bullshit that comes in. It's to be honest, it's not that great right now. Like, but the thing you have to understand is like that's only one mode. They still have modern. They still have drafting. I tried drafting because he gave me a free token. It's pretty fun. It's pretty dope. Oh yeah, I got kicked off. I'm like, what the fuck? I got a token? Yeah, I got kicked off in the middle of drafting because like everyone's opening a pack. So drafting it needs like 8 or 10 players in a lobby, and then in that lobby, the lobby is only meant for you guys to grab like essentially a pack is open, and then it cycles through everyone. So that's all it's for. And then once you have the deck made, you can go in there and tweak it, remove cards, and then you go into the matchmaking for drafting.
that's
But
why I
drafting was
fucking love
dope.
draft. Fuck yeah, dude. When people
I
don't like
like
fuck
it.
like the good cards and shit.
Dude,
It's whatever you get.
some guy fucking ran like a perfect drafting deck, like mechanic synergy with everything. And he was the last guy that I faced him because I had like 3 to 4, I had like 3 wins, and then by the time I started getting up, some guy just had like a ridiculous draft deck. I'm like, wow,
Is
like
that the one where you
they
said they
think
put you
about that.
against a gold person?
Yeah. Because like
Yeah.
I was still because
I remember you were telling me that.
yeah, because there's
Night.
rank for draft. So when you start, you're in bronze, and then like I don't know, I keep getting like against gold people. It's
Yeah,
really
I remember.
annoying.
I remember you said that. You're like, "What the fuck? I'm bronze," and they put me against a gold person.
Oh, but I actually kicked that guy's ass.
Oh, that's
It's
So
dope.
pretty
you
great.
won?
You know what they
Yeah,
should do
I
in
went
that
against that
situation?
guy.
They should do in that situation. They should switch your fucking rank scheme.
Ranks,
Like, nope, now you're bronze, bitch.
dude. It's well, like apparently with like even the best Magic decks, you only have like a 60% chance of winning with them,
Damn.
which is still more than 50. So statistically, if you kept playing that deck over and over, you would eventually reach the top,
Ah,
where
yeah.
everyone else is playing the same exact decks.
That's gross, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Hilarious.
it's fun when we
Pay to
experiment
win?
with each other and play. Like
Pay
I
to
want
win?
I want a 1v1v1 or a double Hydra mode, which would be 2v2.
Yeah.
I want
Oh
that'd
hell yeah!
be perfect.
Dude, while we're on this subject, I do want to know for those who do play, who's your favorite planeswalker?
Soren, dude.
You want to know my
Soren?
first one? His is Soren, dude. He runs vampires like nobody's business or something.
Dude, it's fucking
Actually,
disgusting, dude.
Alex runs zombies for the longest time.
A zombie, yeah, the fun nasty fucking zombies.
Ooh,
I started running a
fuck.
bunch of humans and angels and shit like that last time I played with him.
Humans
My
and
favorite planeswalker probably to say I don't know. I really like Jace.
Oh yeah,
Jade.
you love
The
Jace.
mind sculptor.
Fuck yeah, dude! I just like I used to run a. It was a shitty milling deck. It was fun though. So that having that Jace just destroy your deck is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. I always love Mill. I love Black Blue.
Mine's
I
Chandra.
like
I love Chandra.
Dude, I like Chandra too, but I never ever had her as a card. Like I
Really?
never pulled her, never did anything, or even used her. But
Dude, my favorite thing is in my deck. I got 3 of them. I got 3 cards. They're the same card. but I got 3 of them in
Yeah.
the single deck, and it's a card where it says you can go like through your hand and find Chandra and pull her out and put her in
Pull
your
her
hand.
out, put her in.
Yeah, yeah, and
Heck
I've
yeah.
done that to so many people like playing. Like they were like, "What the fuck? How do you just get her like that?" I was like, "Well, it says right here that I can pick her. Look, there you go."
Heck yeah.
And then,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, she's pretty. She's pretty powerful. I mean, if you can use it right, and then also supportive. She does have some supportive shit. If you want to run
She's
that
usually
route.
pretty fun too, cause she just like shoot dudes and like fucking deal
Mhm.
direct
Fuck yeah, like
damage.
direct
Mhm.
damage.
Lava axe, dude. Oh,
Mhm.
Don't love.
to the face.
Uh,
That shit was great. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite planeswalker actually. The first one I ever pulled was what's that bitch name? Liliana.
Liliana.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Veil.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh.
But no, yeah,
that's-
I normally run red or white. Or a combination of both. I like using them both.
Dude, my favorite, dude. Unblockable cards, dude. That's my best deck.
Unblockable.
I think that's
Oh,
the
them
best deck I've
unblockable.
ever made, dude.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a
Unblockable.
pretty good one.
I was telling Adan the other day. I had this friend who told me he built him and his girlfriend. They got really into Magic, and they ended up building a deck that's like banned in like actual like league games or whatever. And it was basically like a black deck. And I forgot what the black represented, but it was a black deck, and it fucking destroyed me within like Adan said, like this one game in like 4 turns. Like he was just able to get so much shit out so fast and just do damage. There was nothing I could do before I could even get enough lands to put anything on the field. Like I was done for.
I mean, if you think about it, the game's been out for so long, like infinite loops are just inevitable.
Mm.
They just got to find out which cards are like the problematic ones, and I think that's a tough job. But actually, this weekend, dude, they're actually having something called like an arena open, where it's like open to the public, where you can actually win cash money if you perform. Good.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
But you have to do really well on day one in order to continue, don't you?
So day one isn't too bad because you can keep doing it over and over. There's no like it's essentially first to 7 wins or 3 losses, whichever comes first.
Mhm.
And day one, you only win gems, which is just the in-game currency. But if you get through day one, you get a token to go to day 2, and that's when the money. But you could, I think the most you can make is like what, only $2,000
Only $2,000.
Oh
Oh wow.
my.
For a
Only
tournament,
$2,000?
they're
That's-
allowing everyone.
Everyone.
to.
That's
pretty dope.
still more than the government gave me, dude.
Yeah. Only this time you have to work for it.
Heck yeah. Well, to be honest, that's the main reason I wanted to get into it, was just to try that out and see how I do tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow from like all day, from like the morning to evening, and then we'll see. If I can at least win some gems, I'll be fine. I'll be happy. Open up
like-
some packs.
You're gonna
Much
stream
wanna
that,
bet
right?
People that win the $2,000 are just gonna pour it back into the game.
I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you?
I mean, reinvest in
Well,
yourself.
yeah.
You know.
Because have you guys heard about the bullshit that's going on with Modern? Like, you guys know
With,
what
Oh.
Modern is, right?
with the companions, are you talking about, or?
Well, just Wizard of the Coast put out. So Modern, first of all, Modern is just like everything from like, it's almost like 30 to 40 sets, like current ones all the way back to like one of the really old ones. So essentially it's kind of like just a big block of like, but the thing is there is a ban list. So there's certain cards you can't play because of all the bullshit that people can do.
Mhm.
But essentially with Modern, they're like reprinting cards right now, except they're marketing them to like whales. Because
Mm.
it's so stupid expensive. Like they literally found, like Wizard of the Coast found a way to actually milk whales and have people spend, like, if you want a top tier Modern deck with all the lands, all the rare lands, all the good shit, you're gonna spend more than $1,000 on a single deck.
Jeez.
It's so
Wizards
dumb
of the
because like
Coast.
land cards are so fucking expensive, dude.
Dude,
It's
the
just land.
Yeah, the land cards are already, you literally spend like 700 to 800 on like
Yeah, fuck yeah,
land.
to
It's fucking
easily.
stupid. And you'd think reprinting it would like make it so the price would drop, but it's just reprinted enough where it's like the people that will pay the extra money just to get one, they fucking do.
Oh no, dude.
It's
That's...
fucking, and everyone's kind of pissed at Modern because they're essentially saying Modern isn't for you then. Like you're too poor. Like it isn't for you.
Yeah.
Or play
Oh,
standard.
yeah, I
You
remember
Play
fucking
that.
standard.
peasant. You can't
Where
pay for
you can
this.
play with the last 4 or 5 sets. I mean, standard's fine. Like it's just like a very smaller block, right? But you can usually, it's not too expensive. But modern's ridiculous. I'm glad we don't play anything like that. But
Oh fuck no, dude. Fucking
But
too
nasty
poor.
business.
I want to get some of those reprints. You know, I forget what they call them out. Oh, right now they're called double masters. Where remember we've seen them back in the day, non? Where they
Those
started
expensive
reprinting old
assets.
cards, and yeah, they're nothing but like the good shit. And
Yeah.
each booster pack is like what $8-10 or some bullshit, rather than like $3. It's ridiculous, man.
Is
I didn't know
that what it
Wizards of the
is?
Coast did Magic
Double
too.
masters, $300 for a booster box of like maybe I think you get. I'm talking out of my ass now, but it's not a lot of packs.
Mm,
Still a lot.
nasty business.
But I just want to own some of those old, really good cards just to have them. But I guess that's how they get people to keep freaking buying them all the time.
Oh fuck yeah.
But yeah, man, just you guys should just jump over to Arena. Just spend $50.
I might.
Oh,
Did he?
I might.
and,
I spent
I don't know. I
200.
don't know. Like I probably will for
50's
sure
not bad.
if they announce a mobile version. Like if they do, absolutely.
they
I'll
did,
even I'll drop 100. You know, I want that
Easily.
mobile version, dude.
well, they did. What do you mean? Like they did announce it. If that's
I-
what you're
Yeah,
looking for.
well,
Did they
release it,
did they
come on
official
now.
announce it? Like
Officially announced that mobile version's on its way.
So does that mean Switch or what?
Once.
No,
Well, did they
Look it
say
up.
when though?
No.
Okay, yeah. See, like I wanna. I think it's telling me like,
Concrete
okay, fall of 2020. Okay, then.
date. Yeah.
Ooh, let's fucking go, dude. Let's get ready for that shit, dude.
I'm just saying, like, it's pretty nice now because, like, if you play it, you get a deck for every single color mana, but you know they're really simple decks. But you can actually, they get upgraded if you play this PVE version, so you actually get some pretty decent cards. And
Mhm.
then if you complete like dailies and things, you can unlock the dual, like more complex decks that use 2 colors. So I'm not gonna lie, if you're a beginner and you go into it, or I know you guys aren't, but you actually collect a shit ton of cards in the beginning, like
Yeah.
and enough to like fuck around and play with things and just see what works. I feel like,
Mm.
but you guys should do it.
Pay for my 50 to go in.
I mean, I'm just saying 50 because like you gotta open some packs.
Yeah, so pay for them for me. I'll do it on stream. I'll be like, this is for you, fam.
Boom, legendary. Oh,
Everybody watching on your stream will be right here in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
but,
is
But-
what
but
it is.
Shit, bro.
back to the expensive crap really quick. Like people think that they're like purposely making like reprinting and selling these things at a higher price is because they're trying to get people into Arena.
Mm,
Like because it is technically it is cheaper, but you know it's only virtual goods at
Mhm.
the same time.
There's
Mm.
nothing in your hands that you can hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they think they're trying to push people into that because it's gonna be like it's like right now in I think you guys saw it when I streamed it, but they started selling older cards in Arena.
Mm.
Like
Really?
yeah, really old cards. Like shit that what the fuck was the one that we saw? What the fuck? Like just some of the old shit and if you buy it, it's kind of like I think you only spend maybe 10 to 15 bucks, maybe $20. And it's a whole set and you get 4 copies of every single
Oh,
card. And
shit.
they're all like rares and shit.
I'm
So like
assuming it's the good stuff,
okay.
not just like random old cards.
Yeah, no, it's not random. It's actually like good shit, like good like just old shit
Mm.
that a lot of people like. Like I saw some things from Innistrad. They kind of just like plop them in from other sets that are just good cards. So if you're like playing modern or if we're playing like our bullshit decks and we missed this one card from back then that was pretty good. And
Mm.
but they're
What is there
they've
a
only done
trading?
it 3 times.
Is
like
there a
sets.
trading system in that game? In
Yeah,
in the
hold on.
no.
Fuck no.
That's
Or it's
that
like a Don,
card
you
is
got that card, I
good.
got this one. Let's
Take your money,
Or you have
dude.
a fucking good like I feel like that would be a great way, even if it isn't for like monetary like value. Like if you could trade it to like another player for like certain like in-game coins or some shit to like give you crafting material, that'd be pretty nice. So it's like, what if you get a really fucking rare card that's like, holy shit, if you have the physical copy, it's worth, X amount of money. Because, people make profit off of opening up like fucking booster boxes.
Oh
Mhm.
So
fuck
it's like
yeah!
having some kind of way to like gain back some of the money you invested into the game would be nice.
Yeah, like I have some friends who just spent like $600. They bought 3 boxes, each $200 worth. But they've from opening the packs alone, they've already made double their profit. They've doubled their investment into it already.
Yeah.
They
I wonder if
made
I wonder if
$1,200 off of it in total.
I don't.
I
Like, I
wonder
always look at the price of my cards, but I never sell them. I'm like, oh, dude, money card right here.
Oh, like
Money card.
the rare ones, like one of the cards they found that's it's going to be super expensive eventually, and it's already expensive right now, is a foiled Ghidorah. And
Mhm.
but
yeah, I
yeah,
don't
the
know that card.
foiled
You gotta
stuff's
tell
gonna
me
be
a
going.
price. What's the price on that? Do you know? There.
$2.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I always felt like when sets first come out that they're really. I feel like the value of the cards are like purposely kind of expensive, and then over time they just kind of.
$50.
Mm.
It's always like the hype of a new set. I feel like that's
Mm.
what adds to the expensive it be. So unless you're
Mhm.
selling it right then and there, I just feel like it's gonna fizzle out.
Mm.
Or,
I don't know.
Good.
Or maybe like encourage people to buy physical copies of the cards, like how Pokemon does it with their game.
right. That'd be
It
smart.
always includes a little code to enter, and you get like a five pack of cards and 5 or 10 pack of cards in the actual mobile game. So it's like if they could do that, encourage a lot of people to buy
You know what?
more.
You know what
Oh
that? You know what that
no!
just gave me? That just gave me a fucking like an idea. Maybe something like this game, for instance. For instance, Magic the Gathering. Like, let's say a Don buys a pack, comes across a rare card. Like, what if in that rare card? What if he wants to get, since he bought it and he owns it technically in their system in their game? What if he could spend X amount of dollars to just send him a printed copy of that one, so he
I
has
I
it
don't
physically.
I don't know. Maybe if they
Mm.
did, it maybe be like a one time deal, so you can't just like
Yeah,
order it
yeah, of
50
course.
times and be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking flood the market and sell these a bunch of people and make a bunch
No,
of
yeah,
profit.
of course. Like they
I
still want to maintain the rarity, but what I'm saying is since he has it in a digital form, at least
Yeah.
give him the opportunity to have it also in a physical form. And then
I can
that way,
see
don't
it in the
like.
reverse way. Like if you have the physical form, you can get the digital form.
Yeah,
It's like
because it's
that'd
cheaper.
be cool to have, but I
Um,
doubt that ever get implemented because that's just a lot of administrative like overhead that they're gonna have to fucking hire a team to do that shit, and they probably wouldn't want to do that. They're like, screw you guys, we don't want
It's
to do that.
easier to just make money too. So like, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Money is money.
Make him keep rolling and seeing if he gets it again.
Yep.
Because right now in Magic,
mean-
when it comes to crafting cards, I think you have to open anywhere between like 5 to 6 packs to get like a gold, like a
Mm.
like
A
a rare
foil.
crafting. Yeah, or
Okay, I got you.
yeah,
That
the rare crafting
token
or
thing.
mythic. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can craft any card, and then out of a booster, you have a chance to open one too. I get more excited when I get those because you can craft exactly what I want.
yeah, but see,
Right.
I
Goddamn.
mean, I hear what you guys are saying, but at the same time, I also see it for a way for them to make money as well, because like Adan paid for this card,
Yeah.
he paid for it already, and now you're making him pay again for one
Yeah.
singular
I don't know.
physical version.
It's like I just don't know about that. It's just too much administrative overhead. They'd have to
It's like
hire like a whole
it's like
team
how
to
do
do
you show
that.
proof? How do you
Yeah.
like? Hey, let me borrow your card. Hey, I got this. Can I get it?
Yeah, like each one has to have like a individual number, like a very unique individual number to it. So like saying like, hey, this card's already been used, you can't use this one.
I'm not okay.
It'd be a great.
I
It'd be
might be
great to
retarded, but I'm just
include.
not understanding your guys' argument.
I'm thinking about the other way. I wasn't thinking about your way. I was thinking about physical to digital, not digital to physical.
Well, physical to digital is awesome. I mean, if you own the card, why not have it be able to implement it to your thing? But what I'm saying is like, but the other way around is if you get a rare card digitally, like it kind of
Oh
sucks that you don't have it physically as well.
no, I don't think it's a smart idea at all. In all honesty, like
I love
it's
it in a perfect world, but
yeah, like
I know, but
it
I mean,
costs
you
a lot
understand.
more money to print the physical copy than it is to
Yeah,
actually
but he's
use the digital.
paying for it, and you're just sending a sing. Adan bought this pack. Adan
Oh,
paid
so
for
you're
this
saying
card
like if he
digitally.
has it, then he
Right.
can pay
So
additional
he
money
right
to get the
exactly. He
physical?
can pay an additional $20 or whatever the fuck the actual fee may cost, and he gets a physical, not a whole deck, a physical single card of the one he paid for
Okay.
that's rare
Then
to
I
his
can see
house.
that. Then I
but
can
you
see
can
that.
you can buy singles already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
but
saying
here's
like
the
this is
thing:
like a flat
like
amount
you
instead
bought
of like buying it from a third party. And
Because you pulled it. Nah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
right, because you pulled it in the game, so the game, the official people, not just some dude you fucking know on Facebook or somebody selling it.
that means that's kind
Like,
of, no, I get you, but that means that they kind of indirectly control the market
Hmm.
because they don't recognize third party sellers and the way like prices are marked, like that's out of their control. And if that's being done,
yeah,
you know, like
that kind of destroys the market. Then yeah, fuck.
it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know how it'll turn out, but it could fuck them up. Or
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I can see that as being a
I
very
mean,
negative thing.
I can see for third party, but like fuck third party, I'm selling these
dude,
game
third
cards
parties
for me.
making
Like,
money. Those are the guys fucking
Yeah,
like
like there are a lot of
Magic
things I do.
Magic loves those guys. Wizards of
Yeah,
the Coast. They don't
like
talk
there's a
about it. They're not supposed to.
yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, no problem.
But there's a lot of things I really hate resellers on. Well, I don't hate resellers on cards. Those are collectible things that you should be able to resell eventually.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he pays for this card digitally,
Yeah, but then
and
the price
I
is
know,
gonna drop
but
down.
listen, I know, but listen, you're not listening.
But listen,
Listen, if
Okay,
you
I'm
Pays
open
for
your
listening.
this. He
fucking
pays
mouth.
for this card digitally, right? And there's
Mm-hmm.
no
Yeah.
trading system. He can't trade it. He owns it. That's it. There is no resale value for him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
okay.
non-existent
Yeah.
because he can't go in the
Nope.
game and retrade it.
Correct.
So he can get a physical version of this card because he actually owns this card. He paid
But
for it
who
through them.
determines the price?
What do you mean? The people you bought it from? Magic, the Gathering, the same people
Yeah,
you bought
but
it
then
from.
They
that's
don't do
setting
that.
a set price on it. Like that's where we're talking about. It's going to destroy the third-party people that are selling this. And
I mean, they're all
Wizards
just
of the Coast has a really big thing with them reselling these things. Like that's how he gets all the rarity and everything of this shit. Like that's going to destroy the whole market on that, and it's going to be a very negative
Not
view on.
necessarily because the
No, it
rarity doesn't go
is.
down, but the rarity
Y-
doesn't go down.
No, it.
It's still
What the fuck
rare.
are you talking about? Yeah, it does. They print a
How?
specific amount of those cards, and that was what makes it rare. If you add more into it, then it's going to drop the rarity down.
Yeah.
I just don't agree because it's still rare. It's still gonna be rare.
No,
Let's
It's
say,
just gonna be just as rare getting it in the physical version as getting it in the digital version.
but now there's one
Wait,
more
no,
in
it's
the
not.
physical version,
yeah, there's more in the physical world.
so therefore it's
Then.
less valuable because there's
Yeah,
one more
there's-
extra
Yeah,
in the
because you
physical
can't
world.
trade it in the
Okay, so
game.
okay,
So imagine if
yeah,
10
no
people
shit,
did
it's
it in one day, and then 10 people did it the next
okay,
day.
That's like saying
what,
you can print more money and it's like, oh, it's digital money. That doesn't matter. Like, oh no, now it's fucking real money that you can actually.
So you're saying for every this is digital to physical?
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying,
to
but
physical,
then
right?
you just drop the rarity to compensate. That's it.
Now it's not
not
rare,
hard.
so why would
You don't just do that.
yeah?
Yeah.
Now it's
You don't
now
do
it's,
that.
yeah, it's
You
not
don't
rare
do that.
anymore.
You guys are coming from a player perspective. I'm coming from a business perspective. I can make more
No.
money off of it.
No, you
Yes.
can't.
Yeah, I
No,
can.
you can't.
No.
Yeah, I can. Because if I drop, I can.
But
How
then
not?
the player base would look at that and say like, dude, that's fucking
Yeah,
scummy
like
as
that's gonna
shit.
be a big fuck you to a lot of the player base that's going based
I
off
mean-
of like the whole rarity and the whole
'cause
like
he-
the money they can make off of this too.
I guess, but then it's gonna make it more rare.
What? How?
Oh my god, you guys are okay. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Listen to me. Do I need to like go into a whole 20-minute spiel and break it down? Because like
You might need to.
I get it. If you get it in digital and then you can just print it, then it essentially in a way it doubles the physical version. But if you drop the rarity in the digital, then you can make. There's a way you can make it balance out.
It doesn't
You
work.
understand what
It
I'm
doesn't work that way though.
What?
I said it doesn't work that way though.
Yeah, it doesn't work that
But
way.
it
Then
can,
you're
though.
basically
All you do is you
saying.
drop the rarity.
Then you're basically saying at some point, no one's ever going to be able to get that fucking card again in
No,
digital.
that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, it is because you're
No,
saying
it's not.
dropping the
People would still
rarity.
get it. People will still get it though.
But if it drops, that means there'll be more of them.
So you're basically saying that
Cool.
it can't drop anymore at one point. Then that means people will still be able to get that card, and it'll still flood the amount of things. You can get it infinitely in the amount of times. Then
I mean, I could make it like how you said every player can make it in like only one card, and like I know you mentioned earlier like every player has a chance to like pick one virtual card, and then like okay I can get it, I can make it physical, and then they'll hand it to me and whatever all this bullshit. Who's to say like people won't abuse that, make a new account, and then like try to like trade that card or like get the same card, and now they
Okay,
have
but
another
me
thing.
as a business owner, how does that hurt me? Because you're making two different accounts now, paying me more money to try to get the same card that's more rare than it was before.
yeah, that looks scummy on fucking Wizards of the Coast. Then because you're trying
Yeah,
just to make more money
yeah,
for yourself, and you're not doing anything for your community.
Because who would play that game at that point?
Yeah,
If
What do
you're
you
like a
mean?
scummy business.
yeah, you're just a fucking scummy business then.
No,
Yeah.
not even. Not
Yeah,
even.
you are.
You have to maintain a level of like
Integrity.
reputation, right? With
Yeah.
your
Right, but that's what you guys aren't understanding. Like the rarity is still all right. The rarity, let's say it's at this level of
Oh, the
rarity
fucking
right now.
rarity again.
top rarity, right?
No, because that's your guys' argument. Is you're talking about like if you make it too rare, then it's gonna become a business because people pay. The rarity is still the fucking same. You just balance it
You
out.
just
That's
said-
it.
What the fuck are you talking about then? How do you fucking balance it out? It's going.
I don't
can
know. I'm
only
not a
go
fucking.
down.
I think
I'm
what-
not charging their money. They figure that shit out.
What he's trying to say is, I think he's talking about the rarity on a virtual level. Like if you,
No, I understand what he's saying by on a virtual level,
Okay.
but then it's going to get to a point where it's basically no one will ever be able to fucking get that card again. Like you can still
That's not
technically
true.
get that card, but
that's
it
not
will
true.
get to a chance that you will.
Does
That
rarity go
it's
up or
so
down?
rare then that you
goes
can't
down,
get that card
apparently.
at all.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
more people get it.
That's
So
what I
getting
see.
No,
going
that's
from
not true.
digital to physical will reduce the rarity of obtaining that card. Is what you're saying,
Uh,
Ryan?
No, that's what he's saying. He's saying like
No, that's
that
not
he
what I'm
wants-
saying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You
that's
said
what
That's
I'm
not what I'm
confused.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the rarity of the card stays the same, just balanced out differently depending the fucking application in which you get it.
Like I don't get how
do you mean?
obtaining a card from digital to physical would even mess with the rarity of obtaining
not?
cards. So like let's say you open up a pack. Let's say getting a planeswalker is 1 in
yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
How is saying, oh, I pulled a planeswalker. Can I get that digitally? How is that gonna in
No,
future
that's not
packs
what we're
for
saying.
anybody
It's
else?
going from digital to physical, not
Yeah.
from physical to digital.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about a pack in digital. Like like Adan, he buys the digital packs.
Mm-hmm.
If he opens one and he pulls a planeswalker or some shit or something that he wanted, and let's say the rarity is set by Wizards of the Coast that says 1 in 1,000 packs will contain one of these cards. How does Adan obtaining or any of us? How does any of us obtaining a card mess with the rarity
Because
of
getting
obtaining
a
another card?
physical
Because
copy of
he's
a
saying
card.
he's saying we're gonna print
Then-
one out.
Yeah,
Because I have a digital one, I'm gonna go get a physical one. It doesn't affect the digital realm, but it affects
Yeah.
the physical.
Okay, but exactly, it's still the same rarity though.
Yeah, and having Wizards of the
How is
Coast
that the same
directly send you
Because
a
they're two different
planeswalker or
platforms,
something.
and you can't
doesn't-
even. Oh my fault. Go ahead, Alex. I'm talking.
It's like even if it was the case that they wanted that they implemented a way to get the physical copy from your digital copy, I can't. The packs are already randomized and made and boxed up in retail stores. It's not like having Wizards of the Coast send you one. It's gonna mess with the rarity or even the chances of getting another card. Like everything's already
No,
prepackaged.
it's not saying like the chances of getting it. It's saying like you're flooding the market.
Yeah, 'cause
There's a chance that
but
it's going to flood the market with more copies of
Oh,
their
okay,
mixing
card.
up
yeah,
rarity,
yeah.
we're mixing up
they only print a
rarity.
certain
And
amount.
yeah,
right?
and I get that, but flooding the market has nothing to do with rarity.
No,
rarity
that
in
doesn't have to do with
sense. Rarity and
But-
like opening packs. That is.
See, that's why I'm
No,
confused
that's
with all
not what
you
we're
guys all the
saying.
arguing because it's like I don't, like it
That's
just
what I'm-
sounds like you're making it sound like you're gonna reduce the chances of obtaining that
No,
card
it's
ever again.
reducing not the chances of getting it. It's reducing the value of the card.
Okay, yeah, the value, not the okay, yeah,
Not the rarity.
I mean, I understand that, but like, if you have what I'm saying here is put an umbrella over the physical card and the digital card. The rarity for both of those, they're the same category. They coexist together. It doesn't fucking matter. The rarity is set here for both of them, no matter what side or the other.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So then, when you pay for the card and you get the card, you paid for it. You own it. It doesn't change. It doesn't change one or the other, especially since they're not interchangeable.
So
Yeah.
so you're saying the rarity would be determined by overall, like it would include the virtual
Random,
space
yeah.
as well as the physical space. So
What I'm
It's not
saying
rarity
is,
again.
what I'm saying
using
is-
rarity in
what
the
I'm saying
wrong
is-
context.
Listen to this. No. Listen
No,
to this.
no.
This is what I'm
Rarity
saying. This is what I'm saying.
I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this.
I know how to fix this too.
No, me, dude.
He said, "No, me."
Just don't use the word
Me.
rarity because you guys are using it in the wrong context.
No. I'm using it in two different contexts.
Okay.
Let not
Yes,
fix
yeah.
this. Let not fix
Okay.
it. Let's
So
not-
if you, okay, so if you go from digital to physical, right? That's the whole thing, right?
Yep.
So if you do that, then just put like a wet mark on like the
There
whole
you
card.
go.
pretty much.
Marker.
There it is.
something
Ooh, there
to
you go. Oh, fuck,
printed,
there you
not
go.
the
And
original
that way,
book.
like, if you really want to, you could sell that card too, but that card probably is
people
going to be
be like,
It's
devalued.
devalued to fuck. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I can.
There you go. That's the
but
fix right there. Okay, yeah.
but at that sense, you're not selling the same card. Then you're selling a different version of that card.
And that's the point. That's the point.
Like,
So
Like,
so
I
you're
am
not.
fine with that then, but getting like the exact same card in every figure form, that devalues it. If you're putting on the watermark or something on the card that you're getting from digital to physical, then it's going to devalue only that card alone and not the.
I know.
Right,
Dude, you want
right.
hits
Look,
on the
Ryan.
wall.
Look, I see what you're saying, right? I understand that, but you would have to put systems in place. I'm not saying just sell it, and then I understand what you're saying because then I have the card on digital, and then here's the thing: what you're saying is they make 1,000 of these cards physically, right?
Mhm.
And then I buy it digitally, and I get it digitally, and I buy one for physical. That makes 1,001.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. That I understand that, but what I'm saying is they make 1,000 of these altogether: 500 physical, 500 digital.
So they take into
Yes,
account.
that's what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything exists.
And, no matter what, there's only 1,000 of them.
Yeah,
You
everything
can't
exists
buy
in
more.
a.
See?
The umbrella. Yeah.
Yes,
The umbrella.
everything's in a big jar, like virtual and physical.
Right.
Only 1,000
That'd be
total.
weird.
Right, because I definitely understand. Then you can flood it because then I can make 2 or 3 accounts and maybe like some by the miracle of fucking God, I get it. And I have 3 of these new physical cards. Now there's 1,003, and I just made more money, and it's starting to make it less rare. I understand that, but that's not what I was saying. I was saying like as a business owner, man, as a person trying to make money, you know what I mean? And I understand you too, Wizard of the Coast. But here's the thing, fuck it. Maybe I make these cards and I sell them to Wizard of the Coast digitally as well, and then they go over whatever fucking market they want. So it's still not hurting the community. It's just giving its player base an option to, hey, look, I have this card digitally, but damn, how cool would it be to be able to look at it and hold it in my hand and show it off to my fucking friend down the street and not be like, hey, come look at this shit this picture I got on a computer. It's a cool JPEG, right?
Hard capping digital would fucking be crazy. It would not do
Yeah.
that.
Mm-mm.
You don't
yeah,
put a
yeah.
limit on digitally printed cards. That'd be fucked up. It'd be
Yeah.
really
Well, because digital, it would just be like every pack you open, there's just like a 0.12% chance of getting it. That, like just example.
rough. Once it starts
Not
costing,
that there's actually like 1,000 out there, and they're like, hey, sorry, these are all taken. You can never get it again.
Yeah, because then people wouldn't buy the packs anymore because they're like, oh, dude, they're all like exhausted.
I mean, I get the argument, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying there should be like my whole point of this conversation was not to be like devalue anything or anything like that. The whole point of the conversation was to be like, damn, Adan got this cool ass card. Like how cool it would be for him to have it physically as well.
I see where you're.
And make a system that works
Yeah,
for
but-
that,
but-
not destroy a system. That
Yeah,
they
I
now-
see like where you're coming at. I see where you're coming at
Get
now,
this,
and I
Adan.
still don't agree with it.
No, think about it. Something has to change, right? So if it's the 1,000, right? From an umbrella term, something has to give. 'Cause they had a standard going in. So what's going to take the hit? Are they going to have to reduce the physical and introduce more digital, or are they going to have to do 1,000 and then introduce 500 more digital?
I think
Right,
And then that lessens the value of it already.
I think eventually that would mean that all the physical copies would eventually go, like, even down the line, they'd eventually go extinct because everybody would just want virtual because you have it forever. And then there'd be a rare collection of like those physicals down the line, but it wouldn't be like as potent as it is now, where you can go down to Walmart and buy like a booster pack or something.
Yeah.
I think the market
That
would
was a
definitely
fun
take a
way.
hit.
I mean, yeah,
Either
but
way,
it would also make that physical card worth way more.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
future,
and
too.
it would
Yeah,
just be part of collections, but
mhm.
either way, dude, the idea, no offense, is never going to happen.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't work in that market and this and that, and I understand why they're two separate things. But I'm just saying, like, dude, if I digitally bought a real card, you know what I mean, like, you know, a digitally bought card that I own, it would be awesome to be able to physically own it and, you know, have it.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I understand because you know it is different. You know, I do agree with the you know, if I buy a physical card though, I do 100% agree that you should be able to own that
Yeah.
digitally as well, because there's no. I mean, maybe there is an effect.
Yeah.
The digital
No,
market
there would
would
be
take an
no
effect.
digital.
There's
There'd be no digital effect.
There's no
Well,
digital market.
well, I guess the whole
Oh,
thing
it
is
would,
you
because
wouldn't
then
be
they wouldn't be
spending money
buying
on
digital
packs.
packs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't be buying digital packs.
You're
But
buying real
the
packs.
whole point is and digital or physical, you own this card. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And
I get-
I would like if they would figure out a system that would work. And I'm not a fucking whatever. I'm not one of these people that work for them. I'm not even really gonna waste the brain power on it. But it'd be dope if I own this card under your umbrella of your company. If I can own it in both forms that you offer this game.
yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
In
but
all honesty, though,
Or
I
just offer
think
this, but
the only way that would work would be the watermark method. And
yeah, which
'cause
I
that's
agree. The
l-
watermark method is an awesome method.
Mhm.
because
I
it
think
can
that
go of
the-
one of two ways. You can either decrease the value of the watermark card or increase the value of the watermark card.
but I think right
Yeah.
now, as it stands, I don't think the market's gonna change because they just like making money. So
Yeah,
it's
Well,
gonna
I
it's
mean,
gonna
I
it's gonna
think,
stay like this for a while, I believe.
I think Magic's been around long enough to have like a real marketable value, but not digitally yet. I know like more of the people. I mean, when most people think of Magic the Gathering, they think about, okay, you're sitting around a fucking table playing cards.
When
You know
most
what I mean?
people think about
You
Magic
don't-
the Gathering, they think about fucking nerds and like, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting around a table playing cards, like, dude, you know what I mean? So like the whole computer system, I think, still needs to develop more before they do implement or try to experiment with stuff like that. But
But
A
nerds
lot
like
more
I said, my
casual
whole
people.
point of this whole argument, this whole statement, this whole section was just it'd be cool to fucking. Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, Adon's spending real money for that card.
Hey, you're still going. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
for
fine.
you, not for me. I want to hold it in my hand. It's okay to you, but there's more people out there like me where I spent real money. I want to be able to see this shit too.
Here's my new console right here
Yeah.
from the future.
PS5. We're not gonna talk about that.
That trailer that came out for
We,
it.
we already did next week. That's next week.
That's not on this podcast.
With the
Hey,
new,
stay tuned for that.
the new
I'm on the list.
state of play conference.
Stay on the conversation.
No, we can do what we
No,
want.
come on.
No.
When I wanted to talk about PS5, it was gay.
No, that's next week.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I know. I only want to talk about it for a few minutes. You know, actually, I can
Is it
actually
about
do
the
that.
process?
Minutes.
We can give it a quick shout out.
Quick shout out, PlayStation 5 State of Play next week. When's that? June
4th.
June 5th?
Thursday.
Fourth?
The
We're gonna
State
show
of
everything,
Play.
dude. It's only confirmed to be 1 hour long. So we're gonna have the controller, console, probably a few.
You think they're gonna show the
console?
console this time?
Dude,
No.
it's an hour. What are they gonna do? Waste their fucking time?
They might show gameplay of The Last of Us.
No, they already did. They already did a Last
Why
of
would
Us
they
State of
show us the gameplay, not the console? That'd be
that
fucking
either, huh?
terrible.
More specs.
Dude, they're probably gonna release the price of it.
They're gonna show. They're gonna show us the power cord.
Power cord.
And
The
that's
whole
it.
60
Because that's
minutes
literally
of-
the only thing they have to release is like the fucking price of the PS5, isn't it? Like
Wait,
the
look.
how it looks in the price.
And the games.
You like
games.
technology?
Well, no, yeah, and the games.
You know how
I'm
those
talking
old
about
DVD
just
players
the
used
console
to-
itself, though.
You know how those old DVD players when the fucking they would time out the little DVD logo would just bounce from side to side. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
price for 60 minutes, just doing like that. That's what it's gonna be.
I was gonna say we should probably record the reactions to that and then post that on the channel. Initial
That'd be
reactions.
Dude, I love reaction.
On cam, dude?
Yeah.
Well, like, whoever wants to show up can show up. Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's just
I'm
gonna be
down.
Josue making weird faces.
Oh, dude.
Fired.
Bloodborne 2.
Or you get kicked.
You get kicked
Dude.
out.
Neck 4.
Oh no.
93. Wait, you guys didn't see the Last of Us State of Play, right? Last of Us 2. Last of Us.
I don't know.
Part 2.
I just heard about the fucking like
It
leak
was
shit
last
in the
week.
story, and it's terrible.
No,
Yeah.
fuck you. Might be, but who knows?
Who knows?
But
Dude,
it's
it
less.
can't be that bad. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, apparently somebody. This is what I heard. I don't know if somebody said this, but it's akin to like Game of Thrones the last season,
Oh no.
or in terms of like how bad it might end, but it might be a good
Oh,
to the end.
My God. What have we done?
Are we done? But you guys didn't see that? Nobody watched that 10-minute demo?
I don't think
I
so.
was it that just like gameplay?
Yeah, I think so. It just came out like a week ago or so.
Like, terrible.
I
Gameplay
I
and
don't
like
even
some
wanna-
commentary.
I kind of don't want to play it because you hear people like the stabbing noises and the gurgling and the dogs yelping when you like set them on fire. Like everything in that game is like fucking. You're literally like killing people, and there's actually like it's weird. Like if you guys look at the gameplay, like I want you guys to watch it all the way through. I fucking like cringed at just the shit that was happening. I'm like, this isn't
Oh,
fun. This
shit.
is like
I must have not watched that one then. Damn.
this is fucked, dude. Super fucked. Like
Dude,
I
honestly-
can't. I'm sure because like Last of Us 1 kind of explored rape a little bit
Oh,
and-
no. Oh yeah, that's right. I
and
do remember
and like
that.
some violence shit, and then like Last of Us Part 2, I feel like it's gonna go like all the way with like killing, rape, violence, just everything. It's fucking. It's a yeah. I
There's
don't know what
gonna
you guys
be
think.
probably some like very savage scenes, dude. Ooh.
It's pretty much smut. It's pretty much
Alright.
smut. There's a scene where they actually say clip her wings, and some guy literally grabs a hammer and just bashes her fucking arm in, and
Oh,
it breaks her
Fuck.
bones.
oh no.
And it's not like the cutaway where you're like, oh yeah, it's like the one and done, they're dead and their body goes limp. It's kind of like really like methodical, like the animation's
Jesus.
forever.
I'm gonna go pre-order this right now. No, it's fine.
so you're gonna
And
be
the
a
dog-
very
the dog-
controversial.
The dog
game.
one got me, dude. Fuck that. He literally set a fucking dog on fire.
Oh
What?
no! And did it run away and like started yelping?
Oh no, it died. It yelped. It was dying on fire.
Oh.
They
my-
actually did that to a dog to get the realism.
It's
God damn.
What the fuck?
crazy. I swear to God, go watch it. That shit was
State of
fucking
Play.
crazy.
That's
It's
wild.
woke, dude. That's what woke means.
You know, people.
Oh man, that's
curious.
a Twitch channel.
Devs do like the research on crazy shit like that. Like for Dead Space, they actually looked at a bunch of burn victims just to get
Oh
their
yeah.
flesh.
Was
And
it
some of them
people-
came out traumatized. Like,
Yep.
oh, that's
If you work as a video game artist, you need a lot of reference material, so you actually look into like real shit that the way the human body reacts to things.
like
You do things to it.
that's
Yeah.
that's like so. You gotta be so dedicated to your work to do that. But
Mortal Kombat. That was
oh
the
yeah,
biggest
yeah.
one.
Mixer versus Twitch.
Twitch.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Twitch, okay, we're done.
Twitch.
but I just
I
wanted
mean,
to.
have we even touched
I-
Mixer since like the one time when
So-
when what's his face went over?
So yeah, obviously we know Shroud and Ninja are both part of Mixer now, and they've been there for about a year. I don't know how long Ninja's been there, but unfortunately, Twitch is seeing a big boom and like. No, I wouldn't say unfortunately for Mixer, Twitch is seeing a big boom in more streaming people coming over to their platform, and
Mhm.
Mixer actually has a 0.2% increase compared to Twitch of new people actually coming over. So it's looking like Mixer is actually kind of dying off at the moment, but people like Shroud and Ninja keep on reinforcing their statements that they're saying the Mixer will be the next big thing and that it'll just take time. But right now I'm looking at the tides and saying I'm not sure. I really don't think so, but only time
I
can
mean,
tell, and I want
they
to
kind
hear.
of have to say that because they're
Yeah,
getting paid like
right.
millions of dollars to come over to the platform.
Yeah.
For their own sanity's
I
sake.
don't know. Having two, I mean, yeah, they have like a lot of followers and subscribers and whatnot, but having just two people try to maintain like viewership on a platform,
Mhm.
whereas Twitch has already had hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know. I don't see them having such a huge boom anytime soon.
Yeah. Actually kind of brought up a point. One of the streamers I used to watch, Disguised Toast, he was a big Hearthstone streamer, and now he does TFT. He went over to Facebook Gaming, and in all honesty, it seems like he hates the platform, but he loves the freedom that he has because he doesn't have to play a specific game. He can play whatever he
Yeah.
wants, and he doesn't have to worry about money then because Facebook paid him a shit ton of money to come over.
Yeah, it seems like
He just can't shit. He can't shit talk it. He can still go on Twitch. He just can't play games on Twitch.
Yeah, seems like that's the same thing with Shroud and Ninja, where they just love their freedom in exchange for.
But that's something that only those big streamers are
Mhm.
able to do because they got paid that money to
Yeah.
come over. Like financially, they're sound. They don't have to work for that. Whereas all these other streamers, it's like, well, this platform is not doing well. This platform is doing really well. I'm gonna go to the platform with the more people for the chance of actually getting paid.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I feel like so when Twitch first came out and like people weren't streaming as well and big as they are now,
Just on TV.
you know, certain games and certain people got more views because there wasn't an overflow. It wasn't flooded.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Mixer, like if you wanted to be a new streamer, like Josue, if you switched over to Mixer, I think you would have more success over on Mixer than you're having on Twitch because Twitch is flooded. You know what I'm saying? So I think as streamers go, I think you should do that. However, what I do think, I think Twitch is the monopoly right now, and monopolies don't fucking last. So Mixer is going to be his competition. It's not going to be a big boom where everybody just switches over and fucking Mixer wipes out Twitch. It'll never be that. But I do feel like now that people have two options, they have two different preferences, two different things. Some people just might not like Twitch. Some people might just like Mixer better. And I think eventually, not that Mixer will meet Twitch, but eventually it'll start to level out more and not be so much like this. I do feel like they're gonna gain a following and then eventually, because right now Twitch and streaming has the fucking monopoly. Like whenever you think of streaming video games, you think of Twitch first over anything. You know? And I
Mhm.
think Mixer being able to just even make as much noise as they did, they will eventually gain a following base and stuff like that, and people will eventually kind of mellow the. It's like Xbox and PlayStation. You know what I mean? PlayStation came out and then eventually Xbox did, and there's a whole thing. Now it's a fucking war between the two. And I think it'll be that. It's not gonna be an overnight success or anything for Mixer, of course not. But if they continue to like they got two main streamers now, hey, they continue to gain other people, you know what I mean? Eventually it'll mellow out. Now how long that takes and stuff like that, I'm not no fucking analyst or anything, but
Yeah.
I think it'd eventually get to that point where there's, you know, it's a competitive competition thing,
Yeah.
not. not just one over the other. Because right now it's just Twitch.
Yeah, because I know, especially right now, a lot of who was I think it was Summit. I'm pretty sure it was Summit that recently people thought that he was gonna make the switch over to Mixer, and he was kind of hinting that like he was going to have a new contract with someone, but he wasn't sure who. And it seems like Mixer was definitely on the table as well as Twitch. And obviously, it's hard to shrug away from Mixer because I know they definitely do want to grow, and they're obviously invested in trying to put their money on more streamers. But it seems like Twitch is just either buying them
that's
out
just because.
more, or like,
Well, that's just because Twitch is essentially the norm right now. This is just like I said,
yeah,
the first thing that people think of. But that's what I mean. Like for streamers, like people who actually want to be a legit streamer, I think they need to ride the wave, such as yourself, and try to jump over to Mixer because you're gonna have more success over there because it's not as flooded with streamers as
mm-hmm.
you know. And then that way, because it's like the same thing like when YouTube first started. The people like the big channels of YouTube now. Like some of the biggest ones are the biggest channels because they started at the beginning of YouTube.
Like Fred. Oh wait.
No, well, not
No.
fuck. Some of the channels I watch, anyways, they started at the beginning of YouTube.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
And some of the streamers, like the streamers that are on Twitch now, they started when streaming first became a thing. They've gained that following over.
Mm,
So I think Mixer eventually gonna becoming a competitive,
yeah.
streaming service as well. It's good for streamer. It'd be good for streamers to start to hop over because here's the thing: you play a game. You're one of 2,000 people playing that game on Twitch, right? But if you go to Mixer, you're one of 200. You're gonna get more views over there than you will on Twitch just because of the volume. You know what I mean? So, and I think that alone, when streamers start realizing that and hopping on that with that outlook, I think that alone will allow Mixer to grow. But like I said, it's not gonna just pop overnight. It's not gonna be viral where everybody just hops over and be like, "Fuck Twitch." That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. That's impossible.
Well, at the moment, obviously Microsoft owns Mixer. What do you think would have to happen in order for some big boom to happen like that?
For Mixer to have a big
if
boom?
if
Yeah.
maybe Twitch decides to change the rate at which people get their payments, like their subscribers, like if they decided, no, instead of giving you 50-50, we're taking 75, you're getting
Oh,
25.
the-
If they change the
Yeah,
rate at which they get paid, they're gonna be like, fuck you guys, I'm leaving.
I agree with Alex. Twitch would have to fuck up in some way, shape, or form in order
Yeah.
for people to be like, "Fuck you, I'm going to Mixer." Then, in order for it to boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got really close with some of the shit that's been going on recently, but
Well, and that's the issue with growing. Like even with YouTube, a lot of YouTubers, it's the issue with growing things because Twitch started out as a thing. You know what I mean? And as it's growing, it's got to evolve. It's got to change. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
sometimes, they make the wrong fucking change, and people are like,
Yeah.
"Fuck this,"
I guess we still haven't really heard too much about the console.
Isn't
The
Twitch owned by
council.
Amazon? Amazon
Yeah,
has
it
a
is.
lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah, but Amazon doesn't do anything with it. It's all Twitch is still running their own shit. Amazon just said, "Hey, cut me
They
the
foot
check."
the bill. Mm.
It's just
Fucking
like with
Amazon.
Midco. 49% of Midco is owned by
By Comcast.
Comcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just for me, anyways, it just goes back to Twitch would have to fuck up in order to have a boom. Especially since they do got, like you said, you got a couple big names, and I'm pretty sure if you go on Mixer and you can find some of these, that's what I'm saying, you can find some of these channels that are like big names on Mixer that maybe not people know of right now, but
Yeah.
eventually I think they will become heard of because they're starting now, they're riding that wave,
Yeah.
and until that notoriety gets out there and like they can solidify their gaming to become a thing of enjoyable content. Yeah, it'll just be a slow rise.
Mm.
Yeah.
You guys still watch streams?
Of
I'm
Hell yeah,
course.
watching one right now.
Mm.
Well, you guys don't watch me?
Dude, you never on.
Yeah, you're never on when we're
Were
watching.
you streaming Apex?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
See?
dude.
I pay
Wrong
monthly
with
for
you?
this. I pay
Yo,
monthly
hell
for
yeah,
you
dude.
not to stream.
I subscribe, dude.
You give us your
Prime.
Twitch Prime.
You haven't even been on all week. I want
No,
$2 back.
it's been 6 days. 6 days.
$1.50
be on-
then.
Oh,
Fuck it.
or sometimes when you do stream, like it's really late, and it's like okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I've been watching this whole protest stream this entire time. We've been.
So should I go outside and protest? Would you watch me win?
Yes. Yeah.
Get shot.
Hey, who's this big Mexican guy? Oh, let's shoot him.
I mean, live stream fails. What's up, boy? Ah!
Oh, 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 oh.
You breathe.
In case this doesn't get, we are all joking about this, and we're not serious about this at all.
Oh fuck no.
He's gonna cut this out.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
shit.
No, I'm not.
No. All right,
But
let's
yeah,
do your little dance.
Do your little song and
Get outta
dance.
here.
Come on now. Come on. I got time, dude.